Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to not another session, a brand new campaign of our Quests of Cormyr. I am the dungeon master of this thing, Dungeon Mister, joined by our trepidatious and adventurous players this evening.
Hello.
Oh, hi,
Good
Internet.
evening.
Hello.
Good to see everybody.
Oh, of course.
And, well, this is a brand new thing, so just deal with it. Deal with it and deal with us, and should be interesting things. But let's get into the meat. Let's get into the thick. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of everything. As the Kingdom of Cormyr, land of the Purple Dragon, stands at a crossroads of both legend and turmoil. It was once a realm of proud knights and storied courts. Its fate was shaken when the great purple dragon, reborn, actually descended upon its heart, laying waste to all in its path. The late king fell to its wrath. His reign ended in fire and ruin. But from the ashes, his daughter, Queen Raedra Obarskir, arose, wielding blade and courage, and in single combat, she slew the beast that had shattered her father's throne. And just over a decade has passed since she took the throne. Under her steady and careful rule, the kingdom has actually slowly recovered from hostilities with Sembia to the east, as well as a war against Shadowvar, shadow-born remnants of Nethero. And though the wars have ended, their echoes remain. The realm is far from stable. Cormyr is an ancient land, a lot of ruins, forgotten relics, proud castles, political intrigue, where knights clad in purple and steel, right alongside war wizards, defending the realm from threats both known and unseen. To the north and northwest, the Stormhorns rise like jagged sentinels, their peaks hiding dangers untold. To the south, the waters of the Dragonmere stretch toward the Sea of Fallen Stars, once plagued by pirates until the blue dragons of the Royal Navy drove them into depths. And though the Shadowvar have been destroyed and the conflict with Sembia has ended, tensions still simmer along the eastern border. Meanwhile, within Cormyr itself, instability starts to fester. Some of the realm's protectorates seek independence. Barons and nobles quietly contest Raedra's her actual rule, and their ambitions threatening to fracture the kingdom once more. But our tale does not begin in the halls of power, or upon the battlefield even. It begins in the quiet village of Tyrluck, at the edge of the Kingswood, nestled along the high road beneath the looming presence of the eastern Stormhorns. This town was once ravaged by dragons itself. Scars still remain. A lot of buildings worn and weary, its people hardened by time. Here in the dim glow of the old man's face, a dusty inn where travelers pause before the road takes them onward. Fate stirs. Meadows hold grazing horses and fields yield their modest harvests. And the air hums the quiet resilience of those who call this place home. Yet, as the sun behind the mountains casting long shadows over the land, something stirs in the dark. The story about to unfold. One of knights, monsters, treasure, possibly treachery, war, and even destiny. In this little forgotten corner of Cormyr, where the past lingers and the future beckons. The first steps of legend are about to be taken. And our view turns to the old man's face itself, just a name, as the sign on the front is inscripted with the likeness of an old man's face smiling. The interior hums with small conversations, the scent of roasted meat and ale filling the air. Crackling hearth casts flickering shadows across the wooden beams. Farmers and horse breeders swap stories while travelers sip their drinks in quiet corners. We cut to one of these quiet corners, where we can see a hidden individual. Mostly you just see the back of their head in this moment, but bringing an ale to an older gentleman. Gray and white beard, hardened with time. Wearing the outfit of probable former adventurer. And as he grabs the tankard, looks up. Thanks. Thanks, friend. What was it you were asking me about again? And we turned to look to who handed him the ale. If Cody, you want to describe your character?
Yes, you, would look at not very tall, but maybe like an average size, blonde hair with starry blue eyes elf that is quite young and looks, eager with questions. He has like slight leathers on his shoulder. Not that, not even remotely battle worn or anything. Lightly armored.
Steven, would you be able to put up a larger picture of Cal?
Oh, I accidentally turned off my mic for some reason. So, not in this moment. No. But make do with your imagination in this fleeting moment. As there will be a good image of him during the break, I promise.
Yes, and then quite noticeably you'll see his hair in a ponytail and a kind of a flowing ribbon tying it together.
As he looks down at the old man. This is old Joris. We've heard light rumors about him. Just an old hunter in his time. Retired now. Oh, I'm asking about the woods, right?
Yes, I'm. You've had to have heard of the tales and seen the many of stories. I'm just looking for something.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen... I'd like to say I've seen every inch of these woods, but that would be more than a lie. I don't think anyone has. I've been up and down them quite a bit, though. I've chased bears and hunted boar. And if you get deep enough, things don't get quiet. Trees around whisper. It's a strangeness to
Trees
them.
don't talk, but
Huh. I've seen my fair share of trees. And I I'd be the first to say I believe they could. Now, if only they would.
Come now, I'm not looking for fables or spooky stories to tell children. I'm looking for the, and I'll lean in, the blue blade.
Oh. Yeah. I've heard the tales. I've done my share of looking as well when I was younger. I don't quite know how old you are, being an elf and all, but I'll tell you this. I still believe it's out there. And as he kind of raises his mug, takes a long sip, as if pondering. We see another gentleman approach the same table. If our blue friend would like to describe his character.
So you see a pretty young blue creature with elven features, full elf, half elf. You can't really tell, but obviously his most notable quality is that he has a kind of a light ocean blue coloring to himself. You'll notice immediately that he's wearing kind of a wide-brimmed hat, and underneath of which is very wild, unkempt white hair, and he has just really intense, sharp eyes that are scanning the room and scanning the people in it, and in front of the eyes are a wide pair of pretty worn out spectacles. He has very practical clothing, but he looks pretty unkempt. There's bits of parchment sticking out of his belt loops, and he has ink-stained fingers. And he has kind of a leather satchel off to his side, with a big book sticking out of it, around it. The only other
Like
thing
a
you'll notice
messenger
is,
bag kind of style?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, kind of. And the only other thing you'd really notice is that he has a necklace around his neck with kind of like a carved piece of white jewelry. You can't really tell what it is, but
Fair enough. And you would notice one of these people fits a description of someone that you were to meet.
hi, excuse me.
You're
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they were sitting at like kind of a corner table, but you're good.
Yes, excuse me, gentlemen. I don't mean to interrupt. Do you happen to be Caldrohill?
I'll scoot closer to you. Just Cal, please.
Oh, well, thank goodness. That's much easier to say. Cal. Hi, I'm Silas. It's very nice to meet you. I've traveled some distance actually, and was told I'd find you here.
Yes. Our mutual friend, we'll say.
Right, Jeremy. Correct.
You have to. You really should be quiet.
So anyway, our friend told me that I would find you here, and that you had some information about the Blue Blade.
Okay. Yeah. Cal will
Old Joris will just kind of smile and lean back.
face palm and shake his head. I should have stayed home. Yes, this is our information. As I point to our friend drinking the ale.
And he sees no reason to be quiet about what he's about to say, probably most of the tavern will hear it. Ah, the blue blade. That's a tale.
Oh, the
Stole riches
Silas.
from many a lord, and gave to many a lady. Well, that's what the stories say, but yeah, it's cash. I don't know anything
Silas.
for certain. Sorry.
Silas is no. I was just gonna say Silas is reaching into his bag and taking out his book and starting to scribble frantically.
Pull down, get yourself a chair, maybe something to drink, and this may take a while.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Um, I heard there was a specialty beverage out here. That they were talking about it on the way up. Uh, something about the mountain water creating a better, more concentrated brew.
I think it's just the people here. The
Oh,
waters
all right.
have taken their share, and they'll probably take some more before it's all done. And he'll lean
So
in a
ale.
Yes, an ale.
Okay.
As you kind of hold a finger up for an ale, the bartender, a larger man, he actually seems to be probably half elf too, a little point to his ears, and maybe a little more squat. You would almost say he's dwarvish, but something about his features kind of defy that. And it just seems something more mystical than a dwarf. He'll come with an ale in hand already. Yeah. Ale's special here. You want some soup with that? We got some
Certainly.
patties, and we got some goat for dinner.
That sounds lovely. Thank you.
Coming right
Been
up.
mostly eating rations.
He'll give you a big pat on the back. That's no way to eat, but right here, you're welcome. You'll pay me after. Gives you a curious glance and a hearty smile before walking away to go fix your meal. As old Joris. Yeah, where was I? Blue Blade, right? Not only do the trees speak, or at least semblance of it. When the sun's shining just right, and it's quiet enough, it's not the trees' speech to worry about. It's the waters of the river, and the creeks, and the ponds. Sun, it's almost like you can hear the sun's reflections. I don't know what that means, but you gotta hear it to believe it. Of course, you gotta go through the dark wood to get to the small openings so the sun to creep through. It's but the hunt. There's more than boar and bear out there. Owl bears and nasty lion creatures. I don't even quite know the names. Never slayed one myself. There's battles, though. Get closer to the mountains, you get wyverns and the odd dragon. Not that this town's unfamiliar with that either. And I'd say if you're planning on looking for the Blue Blades treasure hoard, yeah, it's still out there. I'd like to believe. Either that or it was all falsehoods. Maybe he took it back to some castle. Maybe he's a fancy lord, who knows?
Mr. Joris, how long have these legends been spoken of? I can't find any record of this legend even being recorded.
Ain't no record, kid. It's more of well, just rumors and hearsay. I heard he stopped by this very inn not but 100 years ago. Well, at least
Every
whatever the
story
inn was.
every story has its own bits of truth in it. I mean, come on.
Of course, he said his blade was as blue as the water. That's why I'm inclined to think it leans somewhere in that direction. Shimmering, sun's reflections. Just
Well, actually, there are very many metals that do produce a blue tint. There are certain. Sorry.
perhaps he was blue like yourself.
And you are quite blue.
Yes. Yes,
See,
I am.
my
Thank you.
fair share of elves. Most passing through. A rare couple tried to kill me a while back. I escaped, though. And he goes on and speaks of hunts and trails in the woods and getting lost and hearing the whispers and things that could be there, could possibly not. As you guys are enamored by this conversation, hoping to glean something useful for your shared hunt together. At least a shared interest of two strangers. The door opens. We see two figures, one of them with a heavy thud of their boots probably, but more organized. With a smaller, much smaller individual behind them. A rare oddity. One of these, quite a common sight, though this is no commoner. Leading into the inn, Esmeralda, you would like to describe your character, followed by Binteldank.
You would see, I would say relatively average height, woman, maybe a bit taller, 5'6", quite buff, but not absurdly so, just toned, like, yeah, tone, I would say, but you can't really tell because she's wearing the most pristine looking chainmail you have ever seen in your entire life. It has been shined literally this morning. She has her hair slick back in a bun. Few strands got caught in the wind, but for the most part, it looks pretty much well done. She smells like the lap of luxury.
Mm.
Smells like luxury.
If you've ever been to the lap of luxury, she smells like that. It has a longsword that's wrapped up in the sheath, so it's piece bonded to her back with a shield, a longbow, and the most brand new looking little backpack. Everything she wears, it looks like it was literally just made. Looks very confident. Walks in super confident, like she literally owns the place.
Absolutely. And with that
I'm
authority,
following her.
yeah, people do
It's
stare
like
for numerous reasons.
there's this little guy, like just barely 3 foot tall, and just taking like 4 steps to every one of hers. And his stuff is also brand new, like it's made specifically to go out on this journey. Bright green hat, forest colors, armor, a walking stick, a backpack, and gray beard because he is middle-aged for a gnome. Nothing else really fancy about him. And he's like, Lady Esmeralda, so what is the courtship ritual for a human?
Uh,
You were saying earlier that they give you rocks. Is it like a rock gnome or like a dwarf?
Oh no. I think what you're referring to is diamonds.
Oh, quite expensive. Which
Yes.
I guess it would be used in a pinch if your lover died.
Well, actually, yes. If your partner perishes, then you would sell the diamond in order to make up for the fact that you no longer have a partner who supports you.
Sell? Oh no, I meant bring them back to life.
Oh no. Well, I mean, no.
No. Odd.
This.
You wouldn't want them anymore, huh?
Get an upgrade.
Interesting. And he pulls out a little notebook and writes that down. Humans are quite strange.
She's like, looks at him. Just looks away, looks for another human.
Yeah, you see people staring. Mostly staring at you and giving you a nod and a smile. And then there's this moment where half of them don't even notice, but the other half do very much notice this small forest gnome and cocked heads and hushed whispers. Curious, but the bartender seems eager to await your arrival behind the bar.
Yes. Ben, you were hungry. You wanted to. my accent is all over the place. Were you hungry? Would you like some food? Something to drink, perhaps?
Oh, I suppose so. I will. What do humans eat?
I would assume the same things. Maybe not.
Well, I mean, it's obviously you eat similar foods to us, but is it more of a plant-based diet or is it more of a meat diet?
Both.
Oh, interesting. Omnivores. Write that down.
As you approach the bar itself, there's only one other person sitting on this portion of the bar. Gives a head turn. Inspector, evening.
Good evening. You are.
Oh, you were looking at my prize stallion earlier. You didn't say anything about it. Surely the stables were up to muster, right?
Sorry. It's been a long day. What was your name again?
Cal, it's just, the stable you were just at, like, I don't know, a couple hours ago. I just figured I'd come in here, get a few drinks, and celebrate, and finally be able to sell some horses to the crown.
Right. Yes, my father will be in touch with you for sure.
Can't wait. Get that stamp of
He was a
approval.
very nice horse. He had a lot of good things to say about
Oh,
you.
shit.
You treat him pretty well.
I didn't see that there.
Whoa. Oh, I mean, I suppose, yes. A Bindledank leaf buckle. Pleasure to meet you.
He'll kind of lift his mug. Yeah. And he just, like, quickly kind of shifts towards it. And he'll give a little nod to Esmeralda as he just kind of sips his beer, definitely turned away.
But I kind of lean more in that direction to get catch his vision, try to, and be like, but Christopher says that he would like more oats in the evening, if you could.
You see him kind of almost spit up his drink a little.
Yes, the horse. He says he likes the name Christopher. By the way, you haven't named him yet, but he likes that. He heard the humans talking, and someone named Christopher. But you know,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll do, little guy. Thank you, ma'am, for inspection. And quickly turns away, and he scoots like three chairs over on the bar, while the bartender is like smiling, looking at all this.
Esmeralda will put her hand on Binteldank's shoulder and kind of lean down 2 feet. Ben, perhaps you should refrain from telling people what their animals are. It frightens the common folk.
well, why? I mean, they have a lot to say. It's good
Yes,
to know.
but magic is well, you're lucky because your magic is still quite young. But people
I beg to
are
differ. My magic is quite old.
well, I'm just saying. It, people of magic, they're registered and they need to be monitored by the crown, and so it's the
Man, he just starts breaking out his book again. What are the humans doing out here?
they're just people are suspicious of magic folk, so just maybe the magic talk to a minimum if possible.
Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to speaking to some actual, I'll lower his voice, magicians soon.
Also, was that horse, was it injured because it was quite slow?
Well, he was just, yes, his back leg was giving him some issues, but he says he's fine and does not need to be put down.
Mm.
I don't know why you would put down an animal for no reason. He seemed perfectly healthy other than the leg, but you know.
Oh, well, you need to trim the horde, the herd sometimes, not the horde. Sorry.
I mean, generally predators would do that. If he was out in the forest, yes, the leg would slow him down. But in a herd, he would also have protection over the horses. I just don't think, you need to kill friends of horses,
Well, it's not us, and it's probably not going to be, so anyways. So,
Bartender's
get you some...
just watching
yeah.
and smiling. You'll eventually hear.
Oh, yes.
Don't mean to interrupt. You and
Would
your
you
little
happen to
friend gonna have
have
a seat?
I'll climb up on the stool, like using like leverage and stuff. I'm like, all right. Do you happen to have an acorn ale or a chestnut ale, perhaps?
No, but it's aged in oak barrels. Secret.
Ooh, quite tasty.
Yes, often smoked as well. You clean some glasses and you pour a fresh one for you. Plop it on the table. Inspector, where'd you get this guy at? Looks like he came right out of a tree.
Well, he
Funny
did.
you say that. I heard that sometimes. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. No magic talk. Yes, never mind.
Yes. Well, I'm just taking him to a place where he can be with others of his kind,
And he'll hold out his hand to you, actually, Esmeralda. I don't think we've actually had the pleasure of meeting, but, name's Luthen.
Oh,
Run
she'll
the
give him
joint
a
for now.
firm handshake.
Luthen.
Lady Esmeralda Lancaster.
Oh, and he'll go to kiss your hand.
Oh.
And he'll give like a half bow. Sorry, I didn't realize.
Benteldank is like in the middle of writing down. Handshakes are common among. Ooh, and kissing hands during the handshake is also normal. Got it.
Well, the name Lady will be dropped soon. I'm, a knight in training, and so I suppose it'll be different customs then.
Well, how'd the inspections go? I heard there was someone around looking at the stables today.
Uh, I don't think we'll be taking the stallion, unfortunately.
Oh, it's great grazing. I don't know what's wrong. I'm glad I at least shut up about it for now. He's been talking about that thing for the last hour and a half.
Ugh,
It
oh,
seems
that's
Christopher might have stepped in the gopher hole, but it should clear up in a little time. Oh,
it would be it would be uh, irresponsible to have a horse like that in the army, I think.
Oh, I don't think
But
it's a breeding horse. It's not for, you know.
yes, well, you don't want to breed a lame horse with your prized mare.
Oh. Kind of smiles a little bit. Well, so where'd you come from, little guy? I don't think I've ever seen anyone like you before. It's a little,
oh, I'm just the woods, not too far from here,
uh-huh.
just just across the road.
They're full of secrets. Those
That they
trees.
are.
I've heard a few people say that. Is something wrong with
Oh,
the trees?
no, the Kingswood. It's old. What?
Kingswood. What king?
Well, the original king of Cormyr, King Azun.
Interesting.
The gods
Oh,
rest his soul.
Kings own places they do not control. Understood.
of course, maybe they'll rename it to the Queenswood after a fashion. Well, she's been in seat for 10 years. Haven't heard too many complaints up here. And, like, well, I get you some food, some grub. We got some soup and we got some lamb back there. Goat? Is that a goat or lamb? I don't know what he's cooking.
Well, whatever this young man, no, bin,
Yes.
put it on my tab.
Thank you.
Oh, no, don't
Katie
even
has a
worry.
word.
Swords and lords eat free here. We respect the crown, we respect what that means.
Well, thank you so much, sir.
I'll just get you 2 soups and some cuts of the meat too. I'll be back in a moment. Go make sure he's not starting any fires.
Esmeralda will sit next to Bin.
And as you guys take a seat, actually not far from here, just on kind of like it's like a 2-bar situation where there's like the opening between, I forget what that's called. The galley kind of runs along 2 different walls. On the other bar, 2 other gentlemen are already having their meal. If Jack and Aiden, whoever would like to go first, as you guys just happen to be kind of sitting next to each other at the time. Whatever you guys are conversing about. What do you guys look like?
So you'd see Aiden, an older gentleman in his late 40s to early 50s, but his eyes somehow seem even older than that. He has fiery red hair, about shoulder length, hints of gray, just a strand here or there. But his beard is completely gray and white. He's stocky, the build of somebody who's been working their whole life, particularly in the trades. Um, he's about 5'9", and he's wearing chainmail or ringmail with some robes over them. with an insignia of flame.
Jack is not quite as old as Aiden, but also uh, also starting to go a little gray. He is a little bit smaller than Aiden, although kind of well proportioned. He has thin, a short, dark beard with little patches of gray. His once dark hair is beginning to take on a little salt and pepper. And the other notable feature about Jack would be his hands and his forearms are just they kind of they have some deep scarring, whether that's from working in the field or something else. But that'd be the other thing you'd notice. But right now he's just sitting up on the bar, eating some food, talking with his buddy Aiden.
Absolutely. And if you guys want to actually discuss what you guys are discussing, or it's up to you, or we can just say what you're discussing.
Sure. Well, this will likely be my last meal in Kirlook for a while. I'm leaving the forge to Taylor. I think he's old enough and experienced enough to run it for a bit while he's gone. He's gonna be chasing something, Jack.
I'm getting out of here pretty quick too. Just finished up the harvest, so time to move on. Whereabouts you headed? You think?
I'm just headed out of here, looking for information about something that, crazy as this may sound, may or may not even exist. Something I've been thinking about for many a year now, and it's something I got to figure out if it's real or not.
Good as time as any. Us old men, we have to watch our days.
Yeah. No kids. Lost my wife.
Hey, I mean, you're leaving a legacy. Jack pulls out a sickle. I mean, this is a fine blade you crafted. Made my work about twice as easy.
I would say at that,
Or
as
I guess he doesn't pull it out. More just like he points it out to.
Okay. Gotcha.
He would know. He would know the custom.
Yep. Fair enough.
But it is
Yeah.
he has it on his hip.
It's true that I poured my heart into that flame and that forge over the past 20 years. So I'm glad that I've been able to bring you easier work.
If we're both getting out of here, I don't have a destination in mind. So, at least until our paths diverge, if you want me, I can lend my hands.
That would be fine, Jack. Be pleased to have the company.
And Jack raises his mug.
The travel's unknown.
Travels unknown. That's it.
It's a good name for a campaign title. Travels
Yeah.
Unknown.
That's good.
But I would say as you clink glasses, having this conversation over a warm meal, and eventually Binteldank and Esmeralda are served a full spread, probably a little extra portions for Esmeralda as well. But The warmth of the tavern is suddenly interrupted by a sharp yowl as a gray cat leaps through the window, knocking over a few mugs and plates here and there, and kind of its wide eyes dart around in panic before it bolts into the shadows nearby behind the bar. And then, like, looks like it's just running all over the place, as cats do when they go crazy. Not like it's an insane cat, just it's a normal cat. But it's in a rush. And
I try to calm the cat down.
a heartbeat later, as you think your instincts are calm this cat down, that cat is gone as snarling giant rats scurry through the opening in the window, red eyes gleaming, teeth snapping. Patrons scream and scramble for cover as the vermin charge forward. They are the size of dogs, these rats. And
So am I.
in the famous words of myself, I'm going to take you guys to a map. And we're going to roll some initiative.
First initiative of the game.
Do I have time to cast Mage Armor?
Nope.
Nope.
As there are 4 of these rats. One of them scrambles, actually gets knocked into the burning fire behind the bar. And
First
actually,
roll of the campaign is a natural 20. Yeah.
one of them actually catches fire and is
Oof.
burning.
No more first place for me.
Even a dex-based character, I still roll mid.
I roll for each of these. Just to keep it spicy. As literally 2 of them rolled 22s.
Oh no.
Hacks.
22s.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm so
Leave
slow.
it to Steven.
As he got rid of them. Gotta add another one on there. Which one is that? That one's that. That. Yeah, the one that is burning and on fire does act first. As it gets knocked into the flames, it quickly lunges over at... Yeah, it's gonna rush around the bar towards Jack. It's snapping at you as this thing is wild and has rabies or some shit.
No.
It's gonna try to bite out you, Jack. That's hilarious. First
It's a
roll,
nat 20.
first roll of the game is a nat 20 for me too.
All right.
No.
Typical.
Don't do 10. Don't do 10.
'Cause it doesn't want to let me
No.
roll. It doesn't want to let me roll that. So I just have to roll the damage twice, which is fine. You take 3 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
Whew.
Ooh, that's not good.
You also take 1 extra point of fire damage because it is on fire.
Oh no!
Which will
How
take
much?
us to the other giant rat that is next to Caldo and Silas. I'm going to roll for it. It's going to attack Silas. Lunging at you, Silas. This rat bites out towards you, getting a 9 to hit.
That's a miss.
As it misses, lunges, and it gets a bite of chair as you're just kind of standing up and kind of put the chair in front of you in that moment. That will take us to Silas and Jack. What are your dexterities?
13.
My dexterity is 14.
Okay, well then it works.
Ooh.
Silas, you are up first.
All
This
right.
giant rat the size of a dog bites out at you.
Watch out! These things are very dangerous. They carry disease. Going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay, first thing, Mage Armor. What does this look like?
So just pulling out my spell book, I start silently reading a passage and kind of a shimmering almost golden light emanates around my body, and then dissipates.
Okay, like a brief flash. Anything else for your turn?
I have 0 bonus actions.
Yeah, I mean, no movement. You staying put.
Welcome to Wizards.
I don't want to get hit by this guy.
So that's a
So,
yes.
but yeah, I'd probably try to dive under the table if I could.
You absolutely can, but it would get attack opportunity.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do though.
Okay. It will bite out at you as you try to jump under the table.
If only I had Sentinel.
Getting a 22 to hit.
I was gonna. I called it.
That definitely hits.
As you take a
Big
whopping
time.
total of 3 points of piercing damage. That bites onto your ankle as you dive under the table.
Did you crit again?
No.
The
Oh.
third of my life. Okay.
That will take us to Jack. Flaming rat biting at you. What are you doing, Jack?
Alright. Am I allowed to pull out my sickle? People get mad at me?
No one will get mad at you if you pull out your sickle in times of danger.
Okay. I pull out my sickle. Undo the little
I feel targeted.
bonding.
You'll get targeted later, don't worry.
And I will make a strike with my sickle.
Alright.
Is it like a farming sickle, or is it like a legit?
Just a farming sickle. It's a one-handed little.
Yeah.
sickle.
For like cutting grass. Or wheat.
So no-
Not large scythe. But a 20 will hit.
Just a
Dirty
Grim
20.
Reaper out here.
Yeah.
For 0 points of damage.
It does 1 point of damage. Minimum of 1.
Oh
How
my
is
god.
that possible?
Give me a dexterity save as you strike out against this creature.
And then
is on fire.
I would have to have another sickle to. I don't have the mastery for that to do offhand.
It's
Right.
also not a light weapon. Or maybe it is a light weapon, it's not a finesse weapon. But yeah, you need the mastery for it to do
Did
it
you
as
not
an
u-
action. If you have
Did you
2,
not
you
use
could do it as a bonus
Dex?
action.
Could he not use Dex
Not
for
with a
his
sickle.
attack?
It is not a finesse weapon.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
a dex save.
Yes, I need a dex save.
5.
With a 5, you do take 1 point of fire damage as you strike out at this flaming rat.
Alright, but I can use my bonus action for an offhand.
Does it have the light property?
It says I can make an offhand on my sheet here.
Then yes. Then it has the light property.
And it-
10 is going to miss.
Alright. Jack kind of stands his ground. This chair is kicked out from underneath him. Looking hurt. But he's gonna stand his ground.
All right. That will take us to Binteldank as rabid wild rats are in the tavern. You're on your stool right now. Everyone had a chance to stand up if you want to.
I can't speak with animals. No, I don't.
Would he?
I would say
If it
you
was
would,
just
you,
one,
you would recognize that these things are not here for
Yeah,
peace.
yeah, he would. He's not an idiot. He's not gonna do that. But I'm gonna step up and pull out. We'll say smaller versions of a scimitar and a short sword.
Yeah, like a little gnomish machete and a short little needle-like short sword.
And I'm gonna attack this rat with the scimitar.
All right. 13 just hits. As you slash out at this rat for 4 points of damage, lets out a hiss and a squeal, like all
And
combined
I
into
can
one.
take a bonus action to do an offhand attack with my short sword.
Yes. I mean, actually, if you don't even need to take your bonus action because you have the nick property of the scimitar.
Gotcha. All right, then I don't take my bonus action.
Yeah,
for that.
so that's just all part of the same action. That's a good thing about the nick is you use that bonus action attack against it. As you stab into this rat, you think you fell it as you pull your blade out. It winces and rolls up. It's still alive, but just barely.
Seems these beasts are mighty tricky.
Anything else for Ben
Mm,
or Bintle?
Ben. What am I gonna do with bonus actions? Nothing. I'm done.
First level. That will take us to the giant rat over here, which will. You can bite this patron.
Oh, is that the stable guy?
Yep. Hit stable guy.
I'm too slow.
The stable guy nearly dies.
Oh no.
Nearly.
He took 3 out of his 4.
Oh god.
As a gaping wound into his Achilles tendon as he's trying to climb up onto the counter here. That will take us
And
to...
that's why you shouldn't kill Christopher because of his lame leg.
I wasn't gonna kill him! Which will
Just
take
making
us
sure.
to the rat next to Binteldank, who bites out. Getting a 19 to hit.
God.
As Binteldank... It doesn't want me to roll from the chat. You do take 3 points of piercing damage. That bites at your hand. Which will end the rat's turn, taking us to Aiden.
And I lose a finger.
You lose a finger. Yeah, if you want. I don't care.
Yeah, not right now. Too early for that.
Too early to start losing body parts. That will take us to Aiden.
Okay, Aiden will step down next to Jack here, and with his shield in hand and his warhammer in the other, he's going to take a swing at this rat.
It is an action to equip a shield.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just swing two-handed with my warhammer.
Absolutely. An 11 just misses as you try and smash down onto the ground with this mighty warhammer. The rat just kind of starts to lunge towards you, flame still flickering about on its body. Anything else for Aiden?
That'll be it for this turn.
Alright, that will take us to Cal. Would you prefer Cal or Caldo?
Cal.
Alright.
Real if you're feeling naughty.
Oh, remember that.
I'll stand up and yoink out my average short sword
Yeah.
dagger. It seems everyone's like kind of small. It's very funny. And I'll give
Sorry.
he shoots me from under the desk and I die.
What a waste of a good roll.
I know, right?
I'll come down with a short sword on
Absolutely.
trying to retaliate for attacking my new friend. Yeah.
12 just misses as you stab out. The rat nearly scurries under the table, kind of like you almost trip on the rug a little bit there.
So, am I able to do a bonus action attack now, or with
So
an offhand, or no?
If you do you have the dagger mastery?
I don't think so. Go down.
You do not.
I have the
You don't even
scimitar.
you don't even have the
Oh.
short sword.
Yeah.
So what you could
I
do is
should-
pull out a
Hmm.
you don't have a scimitar.
Yeah, I'd probably swap. I would have swapped that for a short sword.
Okay. So then
know how to do
you
that,
could take a bonus action to make an offhand attack with your dagger. I knew
Okay.
I forgot something. It would be the same as your dagger finesse.
So dagger finesse. Okay.
Yeah, but it won't do the extra damage. Yeah, a 24 will hit.
there's- So I just do damage.
It's just a 1d4 damage. So it'll do 3
Okay,
points of damage.
So my. Okay.
Yeah, as you stab out, that will be your bonus action to stab into this rat.
Do I get sneak attack?
You do not because you did not get advantage on the attack roll.
Okay,
And
so
there's no one else nearby it.
Oh, he went underneath the desk.
Right.
Wish he would have stayed. Okay, gotcha.
This is how you
All
learn
right.
how to be a group together. All right, holding your ground there. That will take us to Esmeralda.
I guess Silas would have noticed that, like when I missed with my sword, I kind of almost seemingly out of nowhere, the dagger comes from under her hand, like trying to attack the jugular of the rat, but because he is too far away, I couldn't get a good slice.
Fair enough. Esmeralda, you're up.
Shield and sword on her back. Quick tug, bonus action, pulls out her peace bonded longsword.
I would say with your skills in this moment, it's not even a bonus action.
All right.
But yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any bonus actions anyways, so.
That's fair. Yeah. She takes time to show off her fancy,
She makes a show
fancy
of it,
nut.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she makes a show of it.
Absolutely.
And she steps over here and doesn't have time to pull out her shield, so she goes for this one right here, two-handed.
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck me.
Getting an 8.
Oh, wait, don't I have inspiration?
You do. You're a human.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Using your inspiration at 12 is going to miss against this rat, as these guys are nimble, unfortunately.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, princess.
But at least you've gotten its attention. Anything else for Esmeralda?
Oh god, I don't have action surge
Nope,
yet, do I?
not yet.
Oh,
Level
fuck.
1.
Level 1.
Oh my god. Alright.
All right. That will take us to the flaming rat. I'll say someone roll me a d4. Whoever gets the first roll gets it.
Darn.
Well, they're both good rolls. So I mean, the rat takes 4 points of fire damage. As it is it's gonna bite out at Jack again. Jack
I
hit
didn't
it.
even hit it.
You didn't hit it.
No, I did. I did one.
You did. You did 1 point damage. It's gonna bite you. Getting a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
As you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Woo!
No, sorry, 3 points of piercing damage, 1 point of fire damage.
That's unfortunate.
As it bites onto you, flames burning around it. It's yeah, it's a giant rat. It's the size of a dog. Would you? I wouldn't be able to fight a rat the size of a dog. Well, maybe, I don't know. I'd like to think so, but you never know. That will take us to the other giant rat down here. Now,
That's quickly going to be into 100 guys versus 1 gorilla territory.
as yeah, as this thing, the rat by Caldo strikes out at him, getting a 15 to hit.
Man, I don't even know my AC. I have, normal leather armor?
Yep.
Oh, okay, so yeah, 15 hits.
All right, as you take 3 points of piercing damage as it bites onto you, just kind of getting a little bit of your elbow as it lunges towards you.
Blessed rats!
It'll skitter closer to this door here, which will take us to Silas.
All right. Silas is going to, with spellbook in hand, go to another passage and create the silent image of a giant dire cat, streaking from under the table towards the group of rats, the 3 groups of rats, like right here.
Okay.
And just is just going to stand there, preparing to attack.
As this cat lunges out of nowhere, this cat that is bigger than these rats. I don't have a little thing obviously for it, but you can use your imagination and pretend it's there. How big is it?
No idea.
5 foot cube.
5-foot cube.
It's
Thank you.
it's actually a 15-foot cube.
Oh,
Oh, you're
thanks.
casting the first level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
but
only
I
have
think
like
the
2 spells a day.
should you're suggesting I shouldn't have done that?
I'm just saying, this is very early.
I mean, I did miss.
But
we're kind of in dire straits, so it's like
I gotcha. Give me I'm gonna say intimidation check. At advantage there, Silas. Or your call. Either let you have advantage with an intimidation, or I'll let you add your intelligence bonus to it.
I mean, yeah, my intelligence bonus for sure.
Well, advantage is higher. Double check. Yeah, entirely your call. So give me a intimidation check, and we're gonna add your intelligence bonus to this roll.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
I mean, what's your intelligence bonus?
It is a +3.
Okay. We'll also say you guys are level 1, so DCs aren't going to be that high anymore.
Good point.
With a 14 on intimidation, this cat gets everyone's attention, as it doesn't make any noise, but it is ready to strike. Anything else for Silas?
Cats don't make noise when they hunt.
Well,
That's
so it's perfect.
Silas is going to try to back up into the corner even more.
Okay.
Thank you for subscribing to Cat Facts.
That will take us to Jack.
Jack has bites and burns on him. He grips his sickle. He raises it up and brings it down in a very hard slash. And as he does, he just kind of puts his entire being into it, knowing this is probably his last slash he's going to make. And as he does, the skin that's in his hand that's holding the sickle, the veins in his skin pulsate and burst open.
Oh God!
And from the sickle and from his hand, a cone of fire shoots out in a 15-foot cone directly at this guy.
Absolutely.
the
Hell is
terrifying.
Make a dex save.
It got a 19, but it doesn't matter. Because... Yep, with... This burning rat is incinerated in this moment.
And then Jack falls to a knee and is kind of discombobulated in the moment. That's his turn.
Which will take us to Binteldank as you see fire erupt from someone around the corner. But yeah, you can't actually see that. You see the fire, but yeah.
There's bright lights over there. Okay.
Yeah, it's behind the bar. You're not that tall.
I'm going to, I guess, move over here.
It should be more.
And then I'm going to attack this guy at advantage because short swords have that thing.
As long as you have the mastery, absolutely.
I do have Vex Mastery.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not just mastery of it's the specific weapon.
Okay, because it's like there's a whole list of things. Like when I added short bow, that it just added everything to Vex. Well, at least specifically
Yeah.
short sword. But it also is like hand axe, dart, short bow, blah blah blah, and the default items.
Oh, yeah, you only get 2 unless you're a fighter.
All right, I chose short bow and scimitar, so I do not.
So you don't have the Vex property.
I just have the neck.
Correct. Your
All
short,
right,
your
I'm
short bow
gonna-
does provide Vex, though.
Yes. I'm going to attack this fucker.
Absolutely. A 22 will hit. As you stab into it with your scimitar, quickly just kind of slash across it. It, gets pushed back a foot or two, has a gaping wound across its side. dead.
And then I'm going to offhand attack this guy.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not.
As you try to stab out at this one, it is already kind of taking evasive maneuvers, seeing this giant cat.
Level what? Level what?
Anything else for
That's
Bent?
my turn. That's my turn.
That will take us to this giant rat. It is going to... It's going to bite Bintledink because you're in the way. Getting an
It's a funny
18 to
name.
hit Bintledink.
That hits.
As Bintledink, you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Don't like that.
As it feels like it's, it's scared shitless. As it
Maybe I do lose a finger.
it does run past you. You can make an attack of opportunity as well as Esmeralda.
Oh,
As
absolutely.
it tries
Attack
to
that
run towards the door.
son of a bitch.
Oh, nice.
Nat 20,
Nice.
absolutely.
Let's
There we go.
go.
You're two-handed
Fucking
that thing.
nailed
For
it.
21 points of damage. As
This
you
pace.
you split this rat in two.
And the floorboards, Jesus.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like she
knows,
goes through the
she knows not to damage
Oh, yeah,
private
she is
personal
a-
property.
She's a knight.
level 1 and freaking 21 points of damage.
As the rat goes nowhere,
And I take my opportunity attacks too.
as you slash out where the rat would have been.
Oh.
It is very, 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 very
You
good.
cut its tail in half.
Which will take us to Aiden, seeing Jack kind of out of sorts right next to you after he just blasted fire from a sickle. There's a giant cat in the room.
Mass cure wounds. Mass cure wounds.
A very handsome
guys
elf
wanna
is
burn all your
being
spell
harried by the
slots.
rat.
So, Aiden, you would see his hands would burst into this like primordial dark, almost reddish flame, and he would put his hands around Jack's face, and you would see like Jack's heart almost like glow with fire inside of his chest, and he gets
Casting cure wounds.
yeah.
Yep, Jack, you're good.
Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness. Great.
Do I get temp HP as well?
No,
Man.
Darn.
I love the
This is where
flavor of it.
The 2024 rules of healing, I think, matter more at level 1 than they do.
Matter the whole time. Anything else for Aiden, though, as you quickly grab... And Jack, in this moment, after you're losing control, you get this focus from that warmth inside of you from Aiden.
That'll be the end of Aiden's turn.
All right, well, take us to Cal. Big rat, big-ass cat next to you, too, now.
The rat's the one that hit me last, so gonna go after the rat.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna do this short sword finesse.
All right.
Yeah.
You slash out with an 18 will hit it.
So I just do damage.
Correct. Just do damage. For 6, as you skewer the rat with your short sword. As
Awesome.
the rat falls to the ground. Now there's a giant cat in the room as old Joris over there is like, oh, it's back. I don't think I've ever seen one that big. And in this moment, as the patrons all start to run away from the giant cat, the bartender's kind of peeking overhead. Oh shit! But you would see patrons screaming and running. Joris is just like here for it. He's like, all right, now's my time. And he starts to stand up and he starts to unbuckle his sword as best he can. He's not the best with his peace bindings. You would see a dark-haired woman with a ponytail rush in through the front door after hearing the screams. And has anybody seen a cat? Oh my goodness! As you would see this large cat. What are you guys doing?
No, sorry. I dismissed the cat.
Esmeralda would be heading towards it to fight it.
I
As this-
offhand attack with it, my dagger.
As you all
Sorry.
slash at this cat,
That was me.
I would be ignoring the cat and wanting to investigate the bodies of the rats and find out what's up with them.
as a woman comes in, oh, has anybody seen Nimbus? Did Nimbus come through here?
Who's Nimbus?
Is that your cat?
He's a small gray cat, not a large one. Who's
Yeah, I went that direction.
oh. And as she lets out a sigh of
Was quite frightening.
confusion and disappointment. You actually didn't see which way the cat went. It just disappeared into the shadows in the flurry. But that's where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break, folks. So stick around, and we'll be back in a few to see if there's more to this story than meets the eye. So we'll see you in a minute.
There is.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back to it. Last we left off, our group having somewhat met at least one or two of each other's. A cat came in being chased by a squad of rats. The cat disappeared and the rats stayed, and a battle occurred in the Old Man's Face Tavern. And that is where we left off, as a woman entered the building after everyone ran out. Kind of tanner, darker skin, long flowing hair. It seems to be kind of the outfit of a kind of like a stable hand. Muddy boots. Anybody seen my cat? I'm looking for Nimbus. Did he came through here, you said?
Yeah, he ran away from these rats, so
Oh my goodness.
hiding somewhere.
I saw him. I was just tending to the stables and, making sure the goats were okay. I heard a stir, and then Nimbus went running. I had to keep everything okay, otherwise I would have come running too.
Did you see? So you didn't see where the rats came from?
No. Where'd Nimbus go?
Here, Nimbus, 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 Nimbus.
Yeah,
Here,
do I
Nimbus.
see Nimbus, Stephen?
You do not see
Can
Nimbus
I
anywhere.
try to attract the cat by calling and offering some morsel of food?
You can definitely try. It will remain unsuccessful, as the cat has left this vicinity after being chased away.
Gotcha.
Then-
Then
Oh,
Pretty sure the
seems
cat left.
seems it's fled.
well, would anyone be willing to... Officer, could you find Nimbus for me?
Well, yeah, actually.
Please, I beg you. I know he was just a stray, but I took him in, and well, I've cared for him, and Well, it means the world to me and my dad.
I do have a soft spot for cats, unfortunately. All right, all right.
Oh, thank you so much. And she'll quickly like grasp your hands and like give you a nod, like thank you so much, thank you. Kind of looking
All
over
right.
the dead rats. Oh, I'm glad they didn't get
You
her.
know, I've found plenty of small pets in my time. Generally, tiny mice, gerbils, hamsters, just the like. Generally, it's the Fae. They take them, they play with them, turn them into giant monstrosities that
Oh.
attack you.
Oh,
That
I
kind
hope
of thing.
not. If anything would happen
Oh,
to Nimbus, I don't know if I'd
don't
ever
think
forgive
so.
myself.
I don't. I think he just got scared of the giant rats. Will
All
probably didn't
right.
go
Can
too
I
far.
start looking for tracks for Nimbus?
Yeah, give me a survival check as she quickly once again grasps Esmeralda's hand. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna be at the stable right here. Not any of the big ones. It's just the goats and sheep are in there right now. But thank you so much. I'm just right across the way.
Yep. No problem. What's your name? Sorry.
Oh, I'm Mira Thorn. I own the Thorn stables right there. As she does have, I have art for her too.
Mira. Esmeralda Lancaster at your service.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize the inspector was going to be a Lancaster. Well,
I'll call over my shoulder as I'm looking for these, like on my hands and knees, looking at these prints.
you do see the
Like,
prints that lead out the door. Someone had idly
Benedict
left it over.
leaf buckle at your service, ma'am.
Oh,
I like it.
See, they're over here, and I'm sort of like hitting like each spot with my walking stick. Like he went this way over here.
oh,
Let's follow
and
these tracks.
she'll kind of look to Esmeralda. Is
He's-
he your like Fey tracker person? Is he,
Cat's
Yeah.
quite nimble. We should
is he a
probably
fairy?
go.
No. He's
A sprite. I've heard of them, right?
a gnome, I believe.
I'm a gnome, and then I'm going to
He's
give
just-
like a whistle, like a really high pitched whistle,
Oh,
and call for Rapid to come in.
as
Like,
as a fox comes barreling in the room, like well
And then I'm gonna
I should
then
go
I'm gonna
to
hop on Rapid.
the
Yes,
stables.
Yes. As soon as I find Nimbus, I shall return to you.
Well, thank you so much, kind gnome. I and while this is going on,
Yes, child. Yes, child. Do not worry about it.
as while this is going on, what is everyone else doing? It seems like Binteldank and Esmeralda are kind of in the mix of this. What's everyone else doing?
You see a big smile on Benteldank. Like, even though this is a very like minor quest, he's just like, oh, the excitement of the outside world.
Esmeralda is cleaning her longsword and promptly tying it back up on her back.
Bartender is kind of walking out with a mop.
Silas is going to stand up and just brush his coat and say, "Well, that was weird. Cal, Joris, do you want to sit back down and continue our conversation?"
Joris be like, no, I should probably hit the hay after that. Giant cats and rats. I'm getting too old for this.
Oh, okay. Well, perhaps tomorrow then.
Perhaps. Well, good luck. Just good. Thanks for the drink. Caldo Rill, was it?
Just Cal.
Oh. Okay. He's like seems a little confused, but he'll reach out to shake both your hands. Just kind of like a hearty handshake from old Joris.
Almost like gripping each other's forearms.
Predator handshake.
Gladiator handshake.
Anything from Aiden and Jack? As you can also everyone can hear this conversation near the front of the area, the entryway.
Benteldank is not being quiet.
Yeah.
He's
Uh,
boisterous.
There's also a
Thank you.
fox that runs in at some point.
Yeah.
Right after the fight, Jack would look over at Aiden and just kind of shake his head. Thank you. I'm sorry I wasn't of any help during that. I feel so much better.
All right, friend, it's what I'm here for. And Aiden would approach the others that were involved in the fight and introduce himself.
Absolutely.
Greetings, all.
I would say at this point, Binteldank is kind of still sniffing, looking around for the clues. Go on.
Greetings, all. I'm Aiden McCullough. It's my friend Jack Tiller. I just wanted to say that was some fierce and clever fighting back there.
Good evening, commoners. Are you all right? You took quite. Oh, you look actually quite well now. Actually, that's strange. Thought for sure you got attacked by that fiery rat.
I definitely did. My friend here has some secrets, I guess. I didn't know you were a healer.
Oh, magic. Oh, magic folk all around.
Fire not only destroys, it also warms, it also comforts.
From where I'm from, it just burns. As Cal is also like holding his own forearm with got nicked in the elbow. Yes, that was a mighty swing there.
Esmeralda
Hey.
Lancaster.
Miss Lancaster.
You have heard that last name before.
How well known?
Give
is
me a
that
history.
name?
Give me a history check.
I should be good at this.
Can I roll too?
Absolutely. Everyone can roll except for Binteldank.
I know nothing about you.
20. Not...
10.
I'm just
Okay.
over here thinking, like, well, fire also makes way for new growth in the forest. We should really take off. There's a cat on the loose.
As I would say, Jack, all you would know is you've heard the name. Cal, you would know that they supply horses. Kind of a big deal to the Queen's army. And Silas, you would know they are the premier supplier of horses in all of Cormyr. But particularly like very thoroughbred horses and well-maintained stables. They are a kind of a big deal.
Yeah, old money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I know where they're based out of?
Yeah, Onkspear. Absolutely.
Longspear. Did you say you were a Lancaster?
That's right.
Out-
Have you
out of
heard of
Al-
me?
Out of Longspear. I don't know if I've heard of you specifically, but I've definitely heard of the Lancasters, the horse breeders, correct?
Yes, my father is Lord Alistair Lancaster. I am Esmeralda, the third eldest.
Give me a deception check.
Out of how many?
I would say that's passing for the most part. Binteldank, if you're paying attention, you would notice a little bit of like something dishonest about what she just said there.
I mean, I'm kind of paying attention, more like ready.
Well,
Like
Jack-
I'm kind of also like gnawing at the bit with
Yeah.
Rapid, like ready to go. Like,
I would say
well,
Jack
that was
would-
weird that she would say something odd.
Yeah, Jack would also note that she's fibbing a little bit with some part of that, as well as Cal. Like most people here, and Aiden probably too. Yeah.
So like everyone.
So
Well, I mean,
everyone except
also-
for Jack, except for Silas, right?
Why? What?
Yeah.
Oh, but Silas has a 20 on the history check. Wouldn't he know that I only have like...
He knows that there's probably like a family there or whatever, but they've also got
Oh,
cousins
okay.
and stuff. But I would say everyone except for Silas would know that she's being dishonest about something there.
Yes.
The,
Well,
the,
it's
the
great to
Bindledink
meet you.
also
That's-
doesn't like take offense to it
Yeah.
because Fae lie all the time.
Absolutely.
So most of the time for jokes.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, cool, whatever.
I mean, it's not a total lie.
No, just it's a partial. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it just just adds a little bit of knowing. Like, huh? Okay.
There's a little bit more to this pretty exterior.
Yeah.
My name is Cal Duskrat. I'm almost positive you've never heard of me.
Can I roll a history check?
Give me a history check.
There's no reason to.
I'm pretty well learned.
Let's say with a 20, there is only one elven noble house. And he doesn't strike you as a lowborn.
But that is definitely not a name you would know.
But you don't know
With
that
a
you don't
20
know the
history check.
name, but
There's no Duskrat.
there's no Duskrat. But you have heard of, like, not that he's like, not like he's lying, but you do know of an elven noble house, the Haldirs, but more of a newer young money.
Interesting.
New money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Silas. Silas.
Would I know about the elves?
No.
No. Okay.
What do I know of the sorry, what was the name that I knew? The Haldir?
Haldir. Haldir. Just that they're
Um,
newer money and they help kind of facilitate with A, the elves of Holek Forest, and B, further with the Dale lands.
The Scrat.
Just trades and stuff.
No, I can't say that I have. Are you a noble?
Oh no.
Really?
You can give me a
'Cause
deception check on that.
Dadgummit. It's just
I
supposed to
know
be-
my kind.
And I would say you can give me an insight check on that, as well as
I
Merelda.
wish I had advantage. Oh darn.
My insight's not great. No.
Oh, there we
I
go.
have no
yeah,
idea.
he's just dressed a little nicer.
Eh.
I have quite
Lying to
frilly.
each other.
I have quite frilly,
Mm-hmm.
like loose linens kind of on. And you'll notice that the
Probably stolen.
the ribbon is maroon in color.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, enough about that. There's no reason to pay attention to me. I'm just a person with a bleeding elbow now. But well done, everyone. That was impressive stuff.
I'm sorry about the cat. It was illusory.
Yes, that was terrifying. Never do it again.
Speaking of the cat, there's another one out there.
Yes. I did promise Myra that I would assist. So if you'll excuse me, common folk, I have a job to do.
nice to meet you.
Bartender
Bye.
getting the mop out, like, yes, I'll have to clean up here a little bit if everyone will please scram for a while. I'll get rid of these. I don't think they're good enough for a soup. I'll feed them to the pigs.
Oh, take a look at the one that I've cut up. It's a very fine cut.
I'm not going to feed that to my patrons, but thank you, ma'am. I appreciate all that you did. I don't think anyone except for, well, old horse breeder over there got hurt. He ran off like there was nobody's business. So yeah, I'll clean up here. You guys get out of here. We'll get it cleaned up for before morning.
She'll drop him 4 gold.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. You're too kind.
For your troubles and for the food that was wasted.
Thank you.
And there's fire. There was a fire there, so with the rat.
It'll buff out. I got some good cleaning supplies and some elbow grease. I appreciate you defending the old man's face.
She'll follow Bin Toldank.
Well, Aiden, You want to get a little bit of an adventure, a little bit of excitement before we leave? Find a cat.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a
Alright.
good idea.
Well, I'm not interested in looking for a cat. Cal, do you want to continue our conversation?
I would. I feel like we've got all the information we could glean from a friend.
Yeah, old Joris is gone.
There is something about this cat, though. I don't even sense it at all. I lost track of it as soon as it scurried off.
I mean, it's a cat.
But it could be a lead.
Okay.
As
Well-
you'll watch Cal reach into his pocket, and he'll pull out a bell, and I'll ring the bell. Kitty, kitty, kitty! So I'll try to call for the cat and follow Ben on his fox.
And I'll also follow Ben. Looking for tracks.
Is everyone following Ben besides Silas staying behind?
Well, my
So
curiosity is piqued, I think. And I don't want to lose sight of Cal. I still want to have a conversation with him, so I'll follow along.
Before everybody catches up, I'm gonna first cast Fair Wounds on myself.
Okay.
And it kind of looks like I start pulling out like a poultice thing going on with my backpack, and I'm like rubbing it on like where I got bit, and then I like put a little magic, and it glows like a greenish and auburn kind of mix of magic going on.
Ooh, Auburn.
I do have a
Absolutely.
question.
I might have an answer.
So old Joris mentioned the Darkwood.
He mentioned
Is that
the woods get dark. In
Oh,
the
he didn't
dark of
mention-
the wood.
Would I?
And he's referring to the King's Forest, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Lady. You have more questions? I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Lady Esmeralda, do you always refer to others as commoners when you talk to them?
Well,
Is that a specific you thing, or is that a human thing?
well, I didn't realize that I did that. I should probably be careful in reminding people of their status. Thank you for letting me know.
Oh, it wasn't like question. I wasn't like implying anything by it. I'm just I've not been around many humans. The ones that have traveled in the forest usually don't return.
No, you're right though. It's impolite to refer to people as the status, and they're already poor. We don't want to remind people.
You're an odd little one, aren't you?
Oh goodness! I
Oh.
wouldn't say odd. No one really. Well, I mean, a few people called me odd in my day, especially when I was younger. More than
How old are you?
goodness me. There was a second. There was an age that passed.
Do you
About
count it in rings or something?
yes, like 240, 250. I do not. It you lose track after a while. You stop counting.
What kind of a creature
Yeah.
is he?
Esmeralda
A
will.
creature. I'm a gnome, sir.
Do I know what gnomes are?
Yeah, definitely know what gnomes are. You've heard of them in the woods. I'd say that's not uncommon knowledge, but very reclusive, and you've never heard of them traveling in town, that's for sure. But rock gnomes have come through the larger cities, and that's not super uncommon. But for the most part, forest gnomes, you just heard tales. It's almost like they are like tales of pixies and satyrs and
Mhm.
shit.
Fascinating.
Esmeralda will look at the group of people now following them. I didn't realize this was a company.
Oh, just looking for a little excitement. You don't mind if you don't mind if I join, do you?
No, but your sickle, you should probably keep that in your maul. What was it? Was
It
it a
was a
maul or a
warhammer.
great axe? A warhammer. You might want to keep that under wraps. We are in peace times.
My apologies.
I have some extra rope if you would like.
I think I have some twine around here somewhere.
Just I don't
Fine,
expect.
what do you mean? What's going on? You have to
Oh.
be able to. The world is a dangerous place out there, after all.
We just got attacked by giant rats.
Yes.
Yes,
While
would you-
enjoying the ale
there are no more rats now, are there?
that you can see as I ring
Is
a
this,
bell.
is this a
Ding!
human custom putting string around your equipment?
Well, if you do it properly, you should be able to remove your weapon with a quick tug.
And Jack ties it up very improperly, and just a knot.
Oh
It's
dear.
just like it's just very loose.
Yeah.
like not. Just
Oh, okay,
like a knot,
loose.
just like
Yeah,
a.
what?
Well, it's like just a knot in like he just makes a knot in the rope and it's just like dangling on. Just like the rope
What
is just
is
draped on.
what is this peace bond thing, Steven? Is this like
You would know about it.
thing?
Yeah, it is a law where when you're in, especially during times of peace, like was mentioned in Cormyr, if you're in civilized spaces such as towns, cities, castles, inhabited, you have to keep your weapons peacebound. And weapon would be determined by the officer in accordance. But yeah, it's just simple wrapping to essentially state, hey, here's my weapon. It's here, officer. Don't shoot. Or
Oh, okay.
it's
Mhm.
just a
Okay, then-
sign of knowing.
So what our characters?
I think Esmeralda would have told me that pretty early
probably
on, and
is,
probably wrap my stuff
It
herself.
is
Would-
not
would-
an
would most of
uncommon-
us-
Yeah, you would all know this.
Okay, would most of us be taking this practice and like actually doing it?
That's up to
That's
you.
your call.
I would
I
be
think-
I would be very forgetful.
Well,
yeah,
you
I
don't.
think.
Esmeralda doesn't particularly care about stabs and stuff, but sharps.
But like my short sword, my dagger for
Yeah.
sure will be kind of like hidden on a in a whole like a sheath like on my back, kind of where my belt would go, where I can pull it out. That definitely wouldn't be piece bound, but I mean I might have something on my my short sword handle that has like a red ribbon or a maroon ribbon.
Would I be able to see, like, can I see the sword on your back?
The dagger?
I would be trying to hide it.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you want, you can give me a stealth check or a sleight of hand check for the dagger to make
That
to
would
make
be
sure how.
see him.
kinda-
Yeah,
I didn't see him in battle, so I probably wouldn't know about it.
yeah, that's fine.
You want stealth or slide?
It would be a sleight of hand, but she's not inspecting you all greatly.
No,
she's
it's just-
making passing comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I'm checking and putting my peace bond on, I notice that my hand is not healed up properly. It's still bruising. So I take a wrap and I wrap my hand.
All right.
And yes, what was your name, friend? Jack, you said.
Yeah,
That's
that's what they call me
that
at
was
least.
was some hot fire coming from your way. That was
I beg your pardon.
when you were getting harried by that rat on fire, you
I think you must be mistaken with the healing fires of my friend here.
Oh, of course, yeah, yeah. Excuse me.
That'd be cool. I've always, fantasized about magics and stuff, but that's a young man's game.
Yes, and I know all about young men's game. Now this cat, everyone.
Could you expand on young men's games, please?
No, Ben, just keep looking. Keep looking for the.
I don't see this cat anywhere. It's almost as if it was.
It's over this way. The tracks are obvious.
They do appear obvious to Ben. He knows exactly what cat tracks are like.
And Cal would also would notice when he questioned Jack about it. Jack had no idea what he was talking about, and he was
he wasn't feigning ignorance.
I wasn't trying to deceive or anything. It was like he thinks you were talking about Aiden's fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cal will remember this. Pops in the top left corner of your screen.
As you're following this trail, Binteldank and what was it? Not Swift. I keep wanting to call it
Rapid.
Swift. Rapid. Leading the way. The trail leads outside of town. Not far, though, it would seem. Kind of as following the trail, the town quickly starts to fade behind you. Darkness starts to overtake the skies. The road winds past the golden fields and pastures that are fenced in. And kind of nestled between the farmland, see an area where twisted trees loom, branches dangled and tangled like grasping fingers. A chill creeps into the air as a manor comes into view. Its cracked stone walls and empty windows standing like a forgotten relic. A rusted iron gate kind of hangs ajar, groaning in the wind. And I would say, Aiden, you've heard of this house. This is known as the Hollow House. And this is where the tracks go.
Oh, that's sick looking.
Well, that's an ominous looking place.
Yes, quite the monstrosity has been built here.
About how long did it take for us to get here?
Like 5-10 minutes down the road.
Okay, so.
No, not far.
And where did Mira go?
She said she went back to the stable. She said she was in the middle of work.
Okay.
She couldn't leave the animals unattended for too long.
Asking the important questions here.
I got you.
And is it this nighttime atmosphere?
It's getting there. It's like at the edges. Torchlights are starting to be lit in the small town, but it's still kind of like that part where it's like, should I turn my lights on? Should I not turn my lights on? I don't know.
Can I see anything from the road inside the house?
Give me a perception check.
Movement, light, that
Yeah,
kind of thing,
I gotcha.
smoke.
With an 8, as you
bad.
look out, the wind rustles across the thick grass that has been tangled and
A leaf just hits me
unkempt.
smack in the face, and it's so big that it
I'd
masks
say
me.
one of the window shutters is banging in the wind.
All right, in we go, I suppose.
And you're
How
sure
much
it went
do I
in
know
here?
about this house?
Oh, it absolutely went inside.
There's rumors that it's haunted. It's like there's a few houses like this that are abandoned. This one is one of the larger ones, because the family died some time ago. It was actually belonged to the Varnell family, who died like 30 years ago or so.
I always appreciate a free place to sleep for the night. I don't know about you, but
am I the only one that's still kind of beat up from the previous fight?
It appears like you are.
Let's go in the house and rest up.
I'm gonna take a torch out, and I'm gonna take a tinder box, and I'll use a flint. I'll successfully light the torch on the third try. I have a lit torch.
All right.
Yeah, I'll light one up too. Do I have any? Let me check.
I don't
Maybe I
know.
I'll touch
you, yeah?
do. No, I don't.
I'll touch my hand to my staff and cast light.
Do you have a staff?
I had a quarterstaff, I thought.
Yeah, well, I just wasn't sure.
It's a cool trick.
When I see Esmeralda looking for a torch or something, I'll bring out my lamp and hand it to her.
Thank you. I seem to be unprepared.
I will cast light on my warhammer.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
It's
That's
light.
right.
It's so much light.
I'm gonna stick in the back of the group, Steven.
Sure.
Well, it's a very dark cat. We'll have a hard time finding it.
It is a gray cat.
I cast daylight.
Apparently, my goodness, it just lit up. It seems all of you are covered.
My old
Well,
eyes.
you should be prepared when on a journey.
Oh. Well, after you, Ben, lead the way.
No, I'll go.
Well, I guess if we're going to someone's abode, we should let the law go first.
Is this house abandoned?
Appears
Looks
to be.
like it.
So,
I think Aiden.
So,
Aiden,
abandoned
anybody
homes
live
can
here?
be entered by anyone. As I write that down.
Oh no.
No, they can't.
No. She'll walk up to the door, which is presumably closed.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll knock.
No answer.
Hello, is anyone there? I am Esmeralda Lancaster. We just have a few questions regarding a cat that may be nearby.
There's no
Can I
answer.
see what point where the cat entered the home?
Look through a really small, narrow space in the wall, kind of right by the front door. It looks like.
Okay. Yeah, it seems these broken planks have allowed it entry, so we should probably follow.
Well,
We
we can't
do have
really enter a home without a proper search warrant.
We saw the cat go in. That's probable cause.
Well, it's not exactly.
It was the leader of the rats. Job well done, Silas.
I'll try the door.
He does have a point.
He tries the door, and the door creaks open.
Oh,
The
Look, it's
groaning of
open.
wood as you step forward. You can see the interior. Dust and decay fill the air. Faded tapestries, all hanging limp. Patterns barely visible. As the floor does creak, it starts to echo through the empty halls of this space. Cobwebs cling to the corners of the ceiling, swaying in the draft. You do see a grand staircase rising before you, steps worn smooth by time. And you just faintly hear the faintest whisper drifting through the air, just at the edge of hearing as you enter.
well, I suppose nobody lives here anymore. I suppose it's fine.
I'm gonna
Does-
give you a gentle tap on your arm and say it was a valiant effort, child. But the letter of the law is sometimes harder to follow than you think. I'll take a step inside.
Do I understand what the whisper is saying?
It is just at the edge of hearing.
Okay.
It's like an ear.
Enhance.
Did you all hear that? Or was that by imagination?
No, I
Well,
heard it.
So you can hear, random noise in the trees at night.
If any of you are frightened, there's no need to follow. I've got this. So, thank you for
I
accompanying
locked the
me.
door behind her.
The lock is like honestly the handle's almost broken off. There's no lock on this like that exists anymore.
She did step in. She was
Yeah.
like, "That's yeah." It's
Well, I'm here
dusty. So
now. I'm sleeping here, so
Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty.
Yep, I'll continue to search for the cat.
All right, give me a survival check as you search the area for signs of
Can
cat.
I give the help action or roll separate?
You can roll separate, I'll say.
Oof,
Both sucked.
nat 1.
Yeah. You are uncertain.
It seems he has eluded me.
Big staircase in front of you. You would see 2 halls on either side of it.
hmm. I mean, I don't want to say that I would be looking too, because then I
Yeah,
don't know.
well, I suppose the only
Yeah.
thing to do right now is to move forward until we catch the trail again. I'm gonna go look for the back of the house to see if there's an exit.
All right, start to head down one of these hallways.
Mhm.
Anyone going with?
I'll follow Ben. I'm not gonna leave him alone. A little guy.
Okay. As you two head in, you both would hear faint voice. Just a little more than a whisper. Leave this place. Go from here.
Hello? Are you the owner of the house?
I would like both of you guys to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, fuck.
As the chill fills the air.
Oh, no.
You both have disadvantage on perception checks for the next hour.
Okay.
Hour.
As you
Damn.
just can't. Seeing things around is hard as you're distracted by these whispers. Find the key.
I'm going
Hide the
to.
body.
Hide the butt.
I'm gonna take out a little bit of
You
like
shouldn't be
ration
here.
and place it down as like an offering, like I would like a fay or something like that. Just be like, no,
Absolutely.
excuse me,
No, but
whoever you might.
you're at the entrance to this long hallway right here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, excuse me, whoever you might be. We wish passage into this house in order to search for an important pet, and I'll start like kind of ritually placing like
Okay.
ration and like some candles or something kind of deal.
Well, Bintledank and Esmeralda are at the front of this hallway. Not quite heading down yet. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Is there any interesting things in the house, like art or?
You're more just in the front entry, like the foyer kind of. There's a staircase heading up, and there's the 2 hallways. Yes, there are tapestries, but everything is so worn, and none of it seems intricate any longer, though it once probably held details untold.
You definitely heard Esmeralda go, "Hello, are you the owner of the house?"
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yeah,
not
I
being
think
quiet.
Cal would just ask them like, who are you talking to?
Oh, it appears to be a disembodied voice, and it is telling us that we should leave. Possibly something about a murder. It could be magic. It could be someone further in the house.
Well, that seems pretty clear. We should just leave.
But the cat.
You're the one who wanted to leave, who wanted to sleep here.
But that was before a voice told you to leave. I think that that about clears it up. I thought it was abandoned.
Well, we still haven't found the cat, so you're free to leave, of course.
And we'll see if it is a spirit, if this will placate it and allow us to go unmolested. We'll see. It definitely works sometimes with the Fae. Sometimes. And
The Fae is not as common here as you think it is.
I mean, I have plenty of memories of having to deal with them over the years.
Hmm.
They'd like to steal your socks.
I sure hope it's not the Fae.
How about the stairs, Steven? How are they looking?
They look worn and smooth to time, but also broken. Like they're still there, but any roughness that they once held has been worn down.
Does it seem like I'll fall through it if I try to go up it?
Give me a investigation check as you try and see if it's sturdy enough. 16. No, it seems to be pretty usable.
Let's check upstairs.
All of us, or I would like to see if there's an exit to the rear of this house. If the cat just went straight through, I would like to find that out first.
Then you may.
All right, I will catch up then.
We're splitting the party?
I think maybe we should
I mean,
stick together.
how big is the house, Steven?
Pretty big.
Oh, then I won't split the party. I thought this was like a 2-story house.
It's a 3-story.
No, I'll step in a little.
Probably has a
further.
basement.
So where was the voice coming from?
You don't know.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Just down the hall.
And you're
where
still
we are.
hearing it. You two are.
Perhaps we should move deliberately through the house and explore room by room.
Can I try to concentrate and see what I can hear?
Yeah, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh. Disadvantage. Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah, it's fucking creepy.
Hmm.
Go away.
I'm gonna start moving towards the
You
back
are-
of the
you
house
are
to
not
see if there's a.
wanted. As Binteldank heads forward, hallway stretches ahead, lined with portraits of long dead nobles. Floorboard creak with each and every step. And then suddenly they splinter, as a hidden pit yawns open, revealing jagged stone below. Dust and debris rain down as this trap is sprung. You can hear faint snickering echo from deeper within the manor. Binteldank, you fall down.
No deck save, no nothing.
You take
Man.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh
As
my
you fall
goodness.
down into a 5-foot pit, 5-foot deep pit trap. As the whispers are just kind of keeping your attention, as you didn't even notice, as the floor gives way beneath you.
Oof. Careful of the first step.
That's a little more than a step.
I'll rush over and help him.
Give me an athletics check. Try and help him up, because the floor gave way with a 20. Yeah, you quickly reach down and pull him up.
By the staff.
Absolutely.
Because I'm just a little guy.
This is interesting.
I'll dust him off. You be careful there.
Well,
Seems like it
Thank
could
you.
easily be jumped
Oh.
over this spot in the hall.
Now this is interesting. Ghosts I would understand, but who would put a pit trap in a house?
Or this maybe the house is falling apart.
someone
Would one
then
there's
laughed.
probably more.
I'm gonna try to jump over the pit trap.
All right. As you jump over the pit trap, the floorboards creak and groan beneath your feet once more.
Giving way, and I die.
As you're fine. You hop over it. Still hearing those whispers.
This
Are
one
you
is
needing-
slightly more stable over here, and I'm gonna start as I move forward. I'm gonna be tapping the ground with my staff, like in front of me, so in case
Absolutely.
he gives way again.
That tapping starts to echo through the halls supernaturally, almost like it just kind of amplifies that noise. Absolutely. But at the end of the hall, you do see a door that does lead out. It seems to be broken, half open, like the top half is broken, so you can easily climb out if you wanted to. But there would also be another door to the right of you.
Can I
More
look
intact.
for cat tracks exiting the house specifically?
Absolutely. Give me a survival check. Okay, give me a perception check.
At disadvantage,
At
you son of a
disadvantage.
bitch.
Perception to find them and a survival to follow them, technically.
Rude.
Hey, with a 14. You don't see any cat tracks here. You do see...
Well, I don't think the cat left the house.
Do you see the occasional footprint in the dust?
What size footprint?
A little bit bigger than yours.
Alright, it seems that we are not alone in this house. Or, at least recently it has been entered. But I don't think the cat has left either. Oh, maybe the cat can turn into a man. Do I see paw prints behind the...
You do not.
Damn
And
it.
it's less of like footprints. It's more of like scuffling that indicates something stepped here. That was at least your size or bigger.
So it's
Right.
not like a actual indentation.
Yeah, it's not like an indentation in the dust. It's more like it's been scuffed up.
This is such and such.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
someone was here.
Can I start using prestidigitation and creating faint odors of fresh cheese,
Sure.
ripe fish, catnip?
Absolutely. As these scents would just start to fill the air around.
How delightful.
Yes, I can really do quite a range of things. And I thought maybe this might bring the cat out. I'm not sure if it'll work.
Are there candles around or anything like that?
You don't see any in this hallway, no. The only thing in this hall is actually empty. Some shuttered windows leading out, and some tapestries and paintings that are super rotten and gross. But at the end of the hall, there's the door that leads out, which those of you that are high enough to see through the top of the door can see outside. But there is another door next to it that leads to the right.
All right.
All
Well,
right. Yeah, I was about to say, should we go to the door or shall we go upstairs? I don't think a cat can open the door, but there could be, holes in the wall.
I would say looking at the door, there is some weird script etched into it.
Can I,
That appears magical.
can I
Would
look
any
at it?
of you magically inclined know anything about wards?
Mm, I know a little bit. I can take a look and see.
am
Can
I
I
able
go up-
to see the language either?
It's not language so much as it is
Okay. I have no
arcane
idea then.
symbols.
Yeah.
Can I look at it and try to decipher what
Absolutely.
it is?
Give me an investigation or an arcana check. Your call.
Yeah, Arcana. Arcana, dude.
With the 16. The symbols etched into it seem merely decorative. They don't mean anything for true magic. That's for sure.
Interesting. These seem to be imitating the appearance of arcana, but are not necessarily arcane in of themselves. I don't really think that this will have much of an effect.
All right. Good enough for me. You've proven your magic already.
But
She'll push the
why?
door open.
But why?
The door
would-
does not open. It seems to be locked.
Feeling awkward about trying to push the door open and it not pushing open, she'll just kind of give it a shove.
Give me an athletics check.
She like
I-
pushes it, goes. Just gonna. Oh,
With a 9, that you hear the clank of her shoulder hit the door. It's a sturdy door.
it's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
Let me try something. I'm going to take out my my lock picks
Okay.
and try to
Oh,
Mhm.
open the door.
All right. Give me a sleight of hand check with advantage.
whoa!
Yeah, you can't figure me out, yeah, can you?
With 10. That is enough. It is a shoddy lock.
Level
DC
one,
10
level
is
one.
the check to beat. A little higher
Oh
to
my
try to break
God.
it down, but a 10, it takes a moment as you kind of like
Sweating a bit.
never had to do this in front of people watching, but yeah, it eventually you hear that click as the door creaks open.
I
I
loosened it up.
Whoa.
I don't get an opportunity to practice that as much as I'd like, but
Yes, and not checking for traps is quite interesting.
well, I thought the arcane symbol was the ward, but clearly not.
Fascinating.
But I will keep that in mind for next time. Thank you.
I will push it open.
Yep, it pushes open into a small ballroom. It's a hollow echo of its former glory, for sure. This place holds a massive chandelier that kind of hangs overhead. Crystals are all broken and dulled by dust. Marble floor in here was once ornate, cracked, worn to time. Against the far wall stands a towering mirror, its frame carved with intricate patterns of ivy and rose. The glass here is fractured, jagged lines running through its surface like veins.
Do I know anything about this house?
Give me a history check.
Or about the family that might have lived here? Because it's a pretty rich
Yeah, it's Richie Rich.
house.
With a 14, you've heard of the Varnells. Not sure of the exact person, but you know it was a Lord Varnell who claimed this building before the town was nearly destroyed. I think it was like 40 years ago.
Oh.
By dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon.
The Lord supposedly
Okay.
died in battle.
Interesting. Kitty.
I'd say there would be a door at the far end too, across.
Does anyone see the cat?
No, as you just kind of peek your head in the room. No sign of the cat in here, but... Or at least it's not meowing back towards you.
And you said it's like a marble floor?
Yeah, it's cracked marble floor.
Cal will slip in front of the two that seem distracted, looking around by voices that aren't there. And I'll look for traps in the sense of like, is this floor also going to crumble
give
before
me a
us?
perception check. Try and
Or
like
maybe even
see what you
something
see
on the ceiling?
as you fully enter this room. With a 22. Not only do you see no traps or any sign of anything like that, you start stepping into the room, looking around what you could see. Your eye catches the mirror. Your reflection shifts, distorted, wrong. Instead of your own face, you see a gaunt man with hollow eyes staring back at you. His lips move, no sound escapes. Then you hear this faint, cacophony of whispers. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't have advantage on any of this though.
Nope.
Charisma 12.
With a 12, these whispers, you would all just still hear those faint whispers, but I would say, Cal, you hear whispers,
Dissonant whispers?
like speaking specifically to you. They don't say your name, but everything that they say is directed towards you. There's nothing concrete in their words. They're just words. Calling you a failure, good for nothing, saying you'll never amount to anything, and that you should go back home.
Rude.
You don't hear it.
Am I frightened? Am I...
No, you're good. 12 passes.
Okay. All right. Well, I would be wary of looking to the mirror. Everyone, seems there's a person shouting things that they don't understand. I don't know why I'm in Esquire's voice.
Yep.
The
we
mirror?
yes. Just be wary.
Arcane mirror.
Yeah, she'll look at the mirror. She'll
Give me a charisma
first
save.
said-
Okay.
But she goes to investigate it.
Yeah, as you go and look at the mirror and see what he was seeing, you see the same feature. This your reflection quickly and rapidly distorts into this gaunt man, hollow eyes staring back at you. And it seems like he's talking, but no words, come out until you hear all of the words all at once. Your house will burn. You will not see a hero's welcome. It's things that are just kind of putting you down.
Trying to harsh your vibe, man.
Yeah, but you're good.
Um,
It's fine. You're proud of yourself. No worries.
Yeah.
What's this mirror know about you?
Yeah.
Silly mirror. Can I I'd like to look around behind it if I can. See if it's
I would say the
I
mirror
reckon
is
it's got any symbols on it.
it's just that kind of ivy and rose pattern along this mirror. Dusty, no name, no inscription.
Are you Varnell? She says to the mirror.
Yeah. The mirror
It doesn't say anything.
does not respond.
Oh, okay. To the guy in the mirror.
But you would all still hear these whisperings scrambling through the room.
Is there a drape nearby that I can cover the mirror with?
I'd say the mirror is probably 10 feet tall. You can definitely try to cover the drape.
I try to smash the mirror.
You can
Yeah,
try to
I'd like
smash
to.
the mirror. I don't care.
No, I try to cover it.
Yeah, you covered the mirror up. As all of the whisperings you hear about leave this place, go from here, all of that just starts to quiet down and becomes muffled.
Oh. Well.
Well, that's pleasant.
We
Part of me
still
wanted to
have
smash
disadvantage
it,
on
but-
perception checks.
Yes.
Damn it.
So we still hear it.
You two would still hear it more, but it's still quieter than it was.
Okay.
So there's
Yes.
nothing else in this room other than the mirror.
There's
There's
nothing else.
another door.
There's another door on the other side.
Oh,
There's clearly not a cat in here. I think
yes,
can
but we
move
do
on.
we do see another door.
All right. Let's. She'll walk over to the door.
Okay. You walk over to the door.
Fascinating how humans live.
I check the door for traps, and then I'll give Cal a knowing wink.
Are you announcing that you're checking the door for traps?
Yes.
Okay. As you go to inspect the door for traps, it's barely hanging on. You can easily pull the door open. It doesn't seem like anything is. It's a rotten door.
Rotten door.
There's no traps on this one.
Well done.
Esmeralda will push everyone aside and go through.
As you push everyone aside and go through, there is another hallway. This is pretty much the ballroom is in the center of the house. The hallway, like, that would go back to the entrance, to the foyer, is crushed and broken. But there is another small, like, landing to some stairs that kind of spiral up the side of the house.
Okay, so that's the only way.
We're still on the first floor.
Still on the first floor.
Okay. And there were stairs when we came in, but
Yep.
We haven't found stairs down yet to a
What was the
possible
cat's name?
basement. Nimbus.
Nimbus.
Nimbus, yes.
I am
Nimbus.
Mr. Nimbus.
There's no answer. You just hear those whispers.
Whispers, I'm Mr. Nimbus. Do you want to be in a throuple? I'm glad I can crack Ken up.
so stupid.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I'll go up the stair, the one direction we can go.
All right. As you go up the stairs, you're holding this lantern as you're going through. A wind current rushes down the stairs and seems to kind of continue for a moment as it blows out all of your light sources, save for those of you that have your magical light affixed to you.
That's irritating.
Oh, she'll try to relight her
Yeah,
lantern.
I'm gonna try and relight mine as well. My torch.
As you relight it, it does not light.
Oh,
Almost like
damn it.
mocking you. And you would hear whispers of laughs as you try to light your torches.
Sir Aiden, was it you with the big mole? I already forgot what it was.
Warhammer.
Warhammer. You with the Warhammer. The
40k. And you're doing
Aiden, you there? Dan?
oh,
no.
lost
For real?
All right, blue guy, Silas.
Silas, yeah. Yes.
You have
For-
light.
For real?
Absolutely, you can partake in this light. In fact, I can only do it once, right?
Like
or
one
can-
item, yeah.
Oh
okay.
no, just come.
Just stay close. If you want, I can cast the light on you so that since you're leading the way, I don't.
Oh, don't worry. I'll protect you. Just come a bit closer so I can see if we can find this blasted cat and get out of here.
Let's move close. Okay, let's keep going.
I guess Aiden stays behind. Jesus Christ. Okay. I missed part of that exchange. You guys are going up the stairs with Silas leading the way.
Yeah, I'll keep him. I'll keep a close eye on him with my disadvantaged perception.
Okay.
I don't
As
remember last time I
you...
heard it.
I got him muted, so if he says anything, let me know.
Okay.
But as you head up the stairs, they exit out. The hallway here is also broken, but there is a door that is broken open into a room beyond. In this little hallway, you do see windows here, letting a little bit of that red light from the sky outside, the late afternoon, early evening sky, filter through, giving this eerie echo of almost like blood.
Strange place.
I would also note that your light is not quite as bright here, but it is still there, still present.
That's odd. I've never had a supernatural experience before.
Nimbus.
As you head into this open room that does have its doors have been broken down, looks to be there's a broken altar by the windows that are also filtering in this red light. A chandelier broken in here. There is a small candle that is actually lit on the chandelier that is kind of crushed to the ground, debris filling the space. The candle is also giving off very dim light, flickering in slow and strange ways on its own. The space is kind of, like I said, like a little shrine or almost like a temple room. And across the hall seems to be another door. Most of a door? A single door. Like, it would be a double door, but only one of the double doors is still standing. And it looks like a table has been attached to the other side and is servicing as the other side to the door.
Can I look at the you said the temple area to try to figure out who it's in service to?
Yeah. Give me a investigation check to see if you can find out anything. It is broken and cracked. Books are strewn about the place, like dusty and falling apart.
Could I give him advantage on his investigation?
I would say if it's past the point I already asked for the roll, then no. Especially definitely past the point of him already rolling. With a 14,
I didn't
you're
see
good. A 14 is good enough, though. Like, again, you're level 1. The DCs for things aren't going to be 20.
Yeah.
As you inspect this small shrine shuffled up against the windows, you see symbols of sun and sunlight, a common deity amongst the realms. That would be for Lathander.
Ooh.
And
This
yet
seems-
there's no light.
Yes, this seems to be for the god of the thunder. Perhaps we should try to restore it or bring the light back to the house. I'm curious about this flickering candle on the floor. Why is there a
It's
candle
like
burning?
one candle on a broken chandelier.
But why is it burning in an abandoned house?
Well, it seems the house isn't so abandoned.
I suppose.
Clearly, we're hearing voices, we're hearing all sorts of nonsense.
I would say, Cal, you would hear occasional pop and crackle of
No snap.
sounds like a little bit of a burning sound, like you would hear in a campfire.
Where at?
Not in this room,
In the next room?
probably.
I do hear something in the next room.
Oh, perhaps it's Nimbus.
It seems to be like maybe a fireplace.
I would like to pull out my bow.
Okay. Pull your bow out.
Just getting ready.
I
Oh,
gotcha.
Ben, we don't know if we could possibly be. They could possibly just be squatters. We should be careful with our weapons.
That's what I'm doing. I'm being careful with a weapon.
Uh,
So you said the chandelier was on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and the candles in the chandelier.
Yeah.
See
Can I-
what swing.
There's other candles in the chandelier. It's just only one of them's lit, and it's barely giving off any light.
Can I blow it out?
Absolutely, you can blow it out.
You want to blow it out?
I was trying to see if it's an arcane candle of some kind that it would be burning now,
It blows right out.
or if it was recently lit.
it blows right out.
Yep.
Seems odd that it was a burning candle.
Oh,
I thought you would have put it on the altar as an act of worship.
I mean, I thought of that now, but
I'll give you that idea.
all right. Do you, I'll pick the candle back up. Can I? You can light things with prestidigitation, right?
You absolutely can.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna light the candle and I guess put it on the altar.
Okay.
doesn't light up, does it?
It
Oh, it
does not
does.
light up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
See, now we've learned something.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
onward and upward.
This house is much more interesting than a cat.
Maybe the cat is the fiend behind it all.
doubtful. All right. Well, let's. If we find anyone, let's not rush to attack. We are trespassing, so
You're trespassing.
we are all trespassing.
I have permission.
From who?
As I walk to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you walk up to the door, you can almost hear muffled noises of conversation within.
Ooh. Is the door trapped?
Give me an investigation check.
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I, Steven? You know?
Absolutely.
None of the doors here have been messed with yet.
With a 17. No, it is not trapped. In fact, the one door that is actually a table that has been propped up to serve as one of the two double doors, you could easily you could dismantle this in no time. But it's not locked. It's not trapped. The door does actually work as a door, even though it's a table.
No. Okay. Can I
Interesting.
swing her open?
Yeah. As you swing her open, the scent of smoke and damp fur starts to fill the air as you open the door. You see a crude makeshift camp of tents and, well, not actual tents, but it serves as tents-ish. Overturned crates scattered with, looks like stolen trinkets. Small reptilian figures huddle around a sputtering fire. Yellow eyes gleaming. One kobold, wearing tattered red scarf, blue skin, and wings, grips a rusted dagger as he gleans towards the fire, eyes dart towards you guys. Behind them, though, tied up with a frayed rope, is the cat, Nimbus, his tail flicking in irritation. And as you stumble upon these kobolds, whole gang of them, that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's where I
man.
shoot one of them immediately. Sneak
We
attack.
will find out next time how this goes. So, thank you folks for watching for our first session of our quest of Cormyr. I'm very excited to see how this goes and for this new adventure.
A lot of fun.
But check us out next week, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye,
Have a
internet.
good night.
Good night, internet.
Good night.